Hello boys and girls, are we ready for a bedtime story? Have you brushed your teeth and washed your hands and face? Have you got your pyjamas on? Well, sit back and relax and we're ready to begin. Once upon a time there were 3 bears. There was a great big daddy bear, a medium-sized mummy bear and a little teeny tiny baby bear, and they lived in a cottage in the middle of the woods. One morning, Daddy Bear got up bright and early and decided to make a big pan of porridge. He stirred and he stirred the porridge, and the delicious smell wafted up the stairs and woke Mummy Bear and Baby Bear. They came running down the stairs, pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. As they reached the kitchen, the delicious smell of porridge filled the air. Mummy Bear tasted the porridge, but it was far too hot, so she suggested that they would go on a walk through the woods until the porridge had cooled. Off the bears set. Meanwhile, on the other side of the woods lived a little girl called Goldilocks. Now normally Goldilocks was a very good little girl and always did as she was told, and on this bright sunny morning she was playing in her garden. Her mummy had told her not to leave the garden, but Goldilocks had spotted some beautiful blue flowers on the other side of the garden wall. She thought to herself, if I just go and pick those flowers, I can come straight back and I can give them to my mummy as a present. So off she went. She picked the blue flowers, but as she stood up, she noticed some yellow flowers in the distance and thought, oh, my mummy would love those flowers. I'll just go and get them. So again, she went and she picked the yellow flowers. But this time when she stood up, Goldilocks realised she was lost. Oh no, she said, what am I going to do? And off she ran. She thought she was running in the right direction, but she was really running deeper and deeper into the woods. Suddenly, she came across a clearing, and in the middle of the clearing was the 3 bears' cottage. She went and knocked on the door, but there was no answer. The door swung open, so Goldilocks crept inside. As soon as she got inside the house, she smelt the delicious smell of porridge, and she noticed 3 bowls on the table. There's a great big bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and a little teeny tiny bowl. Goldilocks went over to have a closer look. Next to the bowls, there were 3 spoons. There was a great big spoon, a medium-sized spoon, and a little teeny tiny spoon. I wonder who these could belong to, said Goldilocks. Goldilocks picked up the biggest spoon and had a taste of the porridge. Ooh, she said, it was too salty. Next, she picked up the medium-sized spoon and tasted the porridge. Ooh, it was too sweet. Finally, she picked up the teeny tiny little spoon and she tasted the porridge. It was just right, and she ate it all up. That was delicious, said Goldilocks. Next, she noticed there were 3 chairs. There was a great big chair, there was a medium-sized chair, and there was a little teeny tiny chair. Again, Goldilocks thought, oh, I think I'll sit down and try these. First of all, she sat in the great big chair. Oh, but it was too hard. Next, she sat in the medium-sized chair, but that was too soft. Finally, she sat in the little teeny tiny chair, and that was just right. She leant back and was just getting comfortable when, oh no, the chair collapsed and broke, and Goldilocks was left in a heap on the floor. Then Goldilocks noticed the stairs. She decided to go and explore further. Up the stairs she went, pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. She opened the bedroom door, and there she noticed 3 beds. The first was a great big bed. The second was a medium-sized bed, and the third was a little teeny tiny bed. Again, she decided to try them. She jumped up onto the big bed, but but it was too hard. Next, she tried the medium-sized bed, but that was too soft. Finally, she tried the little teeny tiny bed, and it was just right. In fact, she now started to feel a little bit sleepy. She snuggled down into the little bed and soon was fast asleep. As Goldilocks slept, she didn't notice that the three bears were returning back home. They walked into their cottage and immediately saw that something was wrong. Daddy Bear said, "Who's been eating my porridge?" Mummy Bear said, "Who's been eating my porridge?" And little Baby Bear said, "Who's been eating my porridge and they've eaten it all up?" And he began to cry. Then Daddy Bear noticed the chairs. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" he said crossly. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" said Mummy Bear. "And who's been sitting in my chair?" said Baby Bear. "They've broken it all to pieces." And he cried and he cried. Next, they heard a strange noise coming from upstairs. "What could that be?" said Daddy Bear. "Let's go and investigate." And off they went up the stairs. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. They swung open the bedroom door, and Daddy Bear said, "Who has been sleeping in my bed?" Mummy Bear said, "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" And Baby Bear said, "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there." And with that, Goldilocks woke up, saw the bears, screamed and ran down the stairs as fast as she could. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. She ran out of the cottage, through the woods, all the way home along the lane, back through her garden gate, into the arms of her mother, who had been so worried about her. "Oh, where have you been, Goldilocks?" "Oh, I'm sorry, Mummy. I'll never ever go off and do that again. I'll have to tell you all about it later." Meanwhile, back at the cottage, the three bears were left in astonishment, and poor little Baby Bear was crying and crying. He had no porridge, his chair was broken, and his bed was all crumpled. But most of all, he was sad because Goldilocks had run away, and he thought she looked like a lovely friend to play with. Mummy and Daddy Bear saw that Baby Bear was really upset, so they gave him a great big bear cuddle, and they said, "Don't worry, Baby Bear, we'll try and find Goldilocks another day." But that's a story for another time. So good night now, and God bless. See you soon. Bye.